You may have heard the story of how Steve Jobs chose the typography for the Apple computer he designed. The typography he chose came from a class. Jobs had dropped out of college, and he decided to audit a calligraphy class taught by a Trappist monk at a local college. A decade later, he connected the dots. That one class led the typography he created and now seen by 100 million Macintosh computer users worldwide. He once said, if I had never dropped out, I would have never dropped in on this calligraphy class. And personal computers might not have the wonderful typography that they do now. Imagine that. But what is he really telling us? He's telling us that details matter. Even the smallest of details matter. Malcolm Gladwell, the New York Times best-selling author, calls that priming. Priming. You see, in 2011, Gladwell came to Hype University as part of our cultural enrichment series, and we taped our conversation, he and I, for an hour-long program later broadcast on PBS. We both talked about the concept of priming, but we didn't talk about typography. We talked about paint and why Jobs chose the color white. Here's Malcolm Gladwell explaining.
I was talking about it earlier when we were talking about Steve Jobs in the factory. Why is the factory white? When you said that's about creating a culture. Yes, exactly. And he's creating a culture by means of priming. He is planting the idea in the environment that we care about order and cleanliness and a meticulous attention to detail, and most of all, and by extension, we care about you, right? That's the real message of painting everything white. He's saying, I even care about the paint, so think how much I care about you as one of my functioning employees, right?
Quite the message, isn't it? You see, we believe in the impact caused by the smallest of details, you and I. On campus at Hype University, words such as extraordinary, words such as inspiring matter. We want our students and all of our visitors to see themselves that way, inspiring. On our stairwells, we have huge mirrors at every landing. We want our students to have a greater sense of awareness and what's around them, to create in them an awareness about life and living. Then we have fountains. Why? Why do we have so many fountains? Well, according to the Old Testament, flowing water symbolizes God's faithful and lasting provision for His people. And according to science, flowing water reduces stress and stirs creativity and encourages a sense of happiness and satisfaction with life in the moment. To me, water means life. So yes, details do matter, especially the smallest of details. And look what they can do. Steve Jobs certainly discovered that. We can as well.